Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. I'm in Farley, Iowa. We're on the Gaul farm here, and of course we had the YouTube video with the very last serial number, John Deere 4760, but some other amazing John Deere tractors here. You're looking at an Open Station 4455. Now I haven't run across many of these things, and here with Mark Gaul and Mark's son Austin. And guys, why don't you tell us about the tractor? How long have you owned it?
Oh, we bought this tractor down in Monticello, Iowa, probably about, 12, 14 years ago.
Okay.
The reason I bought the tractor was to use on a slurry pump, a silage blower, a bagger, and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Because you didn't have to deal with the cab.
Okay.
You could get in and out, real
Yep.
easy as far as putting PTOs and stuff in gear. And I bought the tractor just the way it sat that time.
Okay.
We didn't,
You know what year it is?
it's 92.
92. Just what was it, over 6,000 hours? Did you guys say, or Austin?
Yeah, when I got it that time, it was just under 4,000.
Okay. Been a good tractor for you?
Real good tractor. Haven't had any issues with it.
Probably put more hours in that tractor than all the other tractors on the farm.
Well, those 44 or 55s, they get the job done, don't they?
Yep.
Now I understand, Mark, you were getting a little ribbing about the Open Station. What were your friends telling you?
Well, my neighbors said if I'd have saved my money, I could have bought the whole tractor.
Oh, and do you ever get, excuse me, people stopping when they see the Open Station and the 44 or 55 saying, what is that?
Well, most people, they know we've got it here.
Yeah.
The people that had it before me know I have it here, but
Right.
I don't know. As far as the neighbors and stuff, they all know what it is, so
Right.
nobody really says too much about it.
Right.
My boys like to take it on some of the tractor drives and stuff.
Oh, sure.
It's nice for that. You got a canopy and stuff on top. And
Now, speaking of tractor rides, we have another tractor just outside the shed here, your 4440, Mark, that I guess was actually the featured tractor on a ride last year?
well, it was for a cancer research, Midwest Pride and Ride. They have a show in Irville, Iowa.
Okay.
Every spring. I think it's the first week in May all the time.
Okay.
And that tractor was their featured tractor
Okay.
last year.
Well, I see why it was. Let's pan around here and go find the tractor. And let's bring in son number 2 here, Brady. Where's Brady? Brady? Okay. Brady, how old are you?
15.
Okay, let's get out. We can see you here. And there's the 4440, folks. You can see how beautiful it is. Brady, come up here and why don't you tell us about the tractor. You actually worked on it for a 4-H restoration project?
Yeah, the one winter, we wanted something bigger for pulling silage wagons, like in the spring and fall, and then for putting on the bagger and the silage blower and stuff. And then
Okay.
we bought this, and we were just gonna. It wasn't too terrible of a paint job, but it wasn't nothing to brag about. We were just gonna rattle can like some of the better, like worse stuff than just run it as is. But then we decided to redo it for a 4-H fair project over the winter.
Okay. And how did the project come out in the fair for you?
At the county fair, it come out on top, but he decided not to send me to state fair because he figured they'd pick it all apart because
The fenders?
yeah, for 4-H fair projects they want everything to be completely original. And, I put the front fenders and the chrome pipes and them are K&M mirrors up on the side of the cab, and it has the John Deere, the nice step on the side instead of
Okay.
what they had factory.
Okay. Well, you did an amazing job here, Brady. And why don't you tell us about on the steps there? You have a little, I guess you guys have done that on some tractors to help the paint stay original?
Yeah, because some people, they might not realize it, but when they get in the tractor, they may kick their foot against here and nip the paint all up, or this kind of helps prevent that.
Very cool. How many hours do you think you worked on the 4440 if you had to estimate? A lot.
Yeah, a lot. We'll just put it that way.
How did it feel when you finished, Brady?
It felt like something to be proud of.
Well, absolutely. It looks like a brand new tractor. Just beautiful. Great work, Brady. And again, you're just a freshman in high school?
Yeah.
You got a bright future in front of you. You finish up school, then call our Machinery Pete business. We'll put you to work. Okay.
Yeah, this tractor has 12,000 hours on it, and it looks brand new now.
Wow, that is amazing, folks.
Yeah,
Always.
we overhauled it too, so it has about 200 hours on it too right now in the new motor. So basically, it's brand new.
Very cool. Well, folks, we got to head back into the shed here. It's a little chilly outside, but we have son number 3 here. And folks, this is a John Deere farm, John Deere tractors, except for a couple. And look what we have here. We have a beautiful Allis 190, and this is youngest son Carter. Yep, 190 XT. Thank you, Carter. And Carter, how old are you now?
I am 12.
And you got the Allis Chalmers hat, and I understand you're just an Allis fan. What's up?
It's my favorite color, orange.
Yeah, love it. You just always liked Allis Chalmers.
No, my favorite color is orange, and I saw Allis Chalmers. I'm like, hey, I want to get one.
There you go.
Took a while to convince my dad, but I got it.
Well, tell us about the 190 XT here, Carter.
Well, I got a couple friends that tell me that they really like the tractors and stuff, but my family kind of picks it apart and stuff. But
Picky?
yeah.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
It's just like I have a year-round cab on it. You can't find many of them in that good a shape.
Right.
And I told my dad I want to keep that on because if it's a rainy day on a tractor drive or something, I don't get wet or anything.
You're a wise young man, Carter.
And that cab, we have all the options in it except the air conditioner. So it's got a radio, it's got the windshield wiper, it's got a heater.
You just can't talk Dad into the AC yet?
Well, he wants to get a narrow front one of these.
Narrow front. Well, I think when it comes to Allis, he should listen to you, Carter.
Yeah.
That's and do you have any other Allis Chalmers models that you really like looking at or hope to own
Like
someday?
toys?
Oh, toys are right.
Well, I got a couple. I think it's a 190 from Ertl and Darsla. I think they made it.
Okay.
Which is one where my grandma was and stuff. But
Okay.
I got one model that has a cab on it and everything. It's just the only thing I don't have is this bar grill from
Oh, okay.
the early models.
So did you help work on this tractor, Carter?
Yes, I did.
Wow. How long did it take to kind of get it looking like this?
I don't know.
Long time?
We got it like in the middle of November, towards the end of November, and we got it done like a day before the fair. Because
Nice.
painting is taking a while because the cab is taking a while to sand it down and stuff.
Right.
But we got it done.
Well, it's beautiful. Carter, thank you for showing us and telling us about the 190 XT. You keep rocking the orange, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, we've got the 3 sons. And Mark, I understand your father, Leroy, also here. And what did you learn from, well, let's bring Dad in here. Here we got Leroy right here. Leroy, you got to be proud of your family here. You got some sharp grandkids. That's been really fun to talk to them.
Yeah, they're pretty well tractor minded. They like to work on tractors.
And what happened to Carter with the Allis Chalmers?
Oh, I don't know. I guess that's another chapter.
That's all good stuff.
It's
And-
something different. I mean,
That's true.
You go to shows and stuff, when you look at all one color, it's kind of nice to see what everybody else did too.
Right. Now, we should walk to the back of the shed here, guys. Leroy and Mark, let's walk back here. We got a couple tractors. We have a Case 400, is that right, Mark?
Yes, my father-in-law bought this tractor brand new in Holy Cross. I'd have to ask my wife what year that was. He owned it all the while he farmed, and then when
Okay.
he sold out that time, I guess we kind of thought, we had to keep it and fix
Right.
it up and
That was
stuff.
beautiful. Now, Mark, you were telling me, is that when you and Jean were dating that you had to drive the 400 to bale hay?
Yeah, I used to go up and help him make hay and stuff. I had to make it look good to go drive it, and but I guess I was always a John Deere man, but you do what you gotta do.
Love dictates. That is awesome. Awesome. And tell us about, now this is a classic pickup here. This is your guys' pickup, Mark?
Yes, we bought this pickup in Portland, Oregon, probably about, 7, 8 years ago. The wife and I drove something like that when we were dating and
Nice.
thought we needed to buy one back and fix it up.
It's like an 85?
It's an 85 F-250 diesel. We had one years ago painted just like that. And
Nice. And you were saying when they came out with that styling at the time?
when they come out that time, everybody thought they were kind of ugly looking, but it's like anything, they tend to grow on you after a while.
Well, you know that, I mean, it's kind of drifting into the vintage stage now, so to have a sweet 85 like that, that's pretty fun.
So, yeah.
And behind, back in the corner there, we have a tractor too. Leroy, is that your tractor?
I guess.
What is that back there, a 30?
It's a 3020
Okay,
gas row crop utility.
row crop utility, okay.
There's only, I guess, about 400 of them made.
Yeah, I don't see many of those. How long have you owned it, Leroy?
Pardon?
How long have you owned it?
Oh, I suppose about 6-7 years.
Okay,
We bought it, it had a industrial John Deere yellow loader on it. We took it off and
okay,
restored it, and I take it 2-3 times a year on a tractor ride.
okay. What tractor rides you do?
Oh, the Dyersville, they have one that Farm Toys show in the spring. I go on their rides, and then there's another person, he has one for cancer, a ride, we take that, but I haven't been on the WMT one yet.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing us your utility tractor, Leroy. Again, it was a
3020
3020
gas utility.
Gotcha. Okay. And where did you buy it? Do you remember?
Well, we bought it on a farm sale over by Winthrop.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, Mark, thank you so much for showing us your tractors here, and again, taking time on I know you guys are busy, but it's been really fun to see your collection here. What do tractors mean to you, Mark, beyond the just utilities to get the job done? I mean, talk about that a little bit, the emotional connection.
I don't know, I guess we were kids, I mean, I don't know, we used to always clean them up and stuff. We always kind of liked to drive a clean tractor and stuff, and I don't know, you kind of get in that collecting itch or bug or whatever, it kind of bites you, and
Right.
you just kind of keep going from there. Every time you say you've done your last one, when that's done, then you're out scouting, looking for the next latest project.
And how about, Mark, I would imagine this would have been a lot of fun being able to kind of work on that with your dad and your sons.
Yeah, it's kind of a family affair. You kind of got all 3 generations involved in it. The next generation is kind of coming along now and kind of getting the same bug. They keep telling me what they sort of want for the next project.
Okay.
And
What's at the top of the list?
depends on who wins.
Well, I can tell your boys are very sharp. They love tractors, and they've learned from a couple good ones with you and Leroy here, Mark. Again, thanks for taking time and showing us your tractors. It's been really fun.
Thanks for coming out.